And it's day 22 of 50 Days of Fitness, and I have earned my first coffee. And I gotta tell you, I don't know, sometimes it's a little bit harder. Today, I don't know. it was, I was trying to talk myself out of it, but I got through the first one anyway. And as it turned out, I did get through four yesterday and four the day before, which were both days that I was concerned about. I wasn't sure if I would or not because I had some morning appointments that lasted a good part of the day. But we were able to do it. And so I think part of that is convincing myself that there's time to do it. Which again is sort of the thing about earning your coffee is it takes a few minutes. I think last time I timed the one that I'm on right now, it was 6.5 minutes, which I know that's not like nothing, but considering that you're getting like 9 different exercises done and it takes about 3 minutes for your coffee to brew, it's not that bad. So, well, today I thought I'd talk a little bit about bone health and in particular, I guess the thing that got me thinking about this is I'm thinking about supplements a little bit and calcium as a supplement. And again, my disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a physical trainer. I'm not a dietitian. This is stuff that my own observations, things that have happened to me, things that I've read about, things that I've looked up online, and things like that. So if there are dietitians, physicians, medical professionals, or trainers, and you say, hey, that's not quite right, or hey, you got that wrong, please put it in the comments. Let us know, because I'm always wanting to make sure that I'm as much as I can be putting out stuff that is true and makes sense. And so those kinds of corrections are welcomed, encouraged and welcomed. So so the thing is kind of, I keep talking about cancer. Cancer is one of those events. It really makes a big deal. But the last time that I had cancer, I had to go on all kinds of meds and all kinds of different things for my cancer treatment, and some of those meds create other problems. They create other problems, and I had to be on meds to take care of the problems that other meds were creating for me. So one of the medicines that I was on, it affects your bone density. It affects one possible side effect of that is bone loss. And that is a bigger deal than you might even think. Not only your bones, but your teeth. And so that particular drug, long term, all of your teeth can fall out. And so, you know, it's one of those things. They have to try to manage it. They can't completely prevent it, but they have to try to manage it. So what we did is I had to take a calcium supplement, and I also had to take a vitamin D supplement. The calcium by itself, it doesn't do that well. I mean, I won't say that it has no effect, but it's in order to be really used well, it usually needs some help. And so sometimes that might be, I've heard things saying that if you're taking a calcium supplement, you really ought to take it with something that has calcium. Like they used to encourage you to drink milk when you take a calcium supplement. They may still recommend that, I don't know. But one of the things about milk, not only does it have calcium, but it also has vitamin D. And so vitamin D is apparently, and I don't understand this, so somebody can correct me, but my understanding is that vitamin D plays a big role in helping your body use that calcium. So one of the things that happens in your body, as it was explained to me, is that your body needs a certain amount of calcium to do certain things, and if it isn't finding it, or if there's a problem with it, it will start taking it from your bones, from your teeth, to get the calcium it needs for other critical things going on in your body. So it's like, robbing Peter to pay Paul. So it's like, hey, I need this calcium. I'm going to take it from your bones because we need it over here for whatever it might be. So that is all to say that, especially as we get older, some of these processes start going into effect anyway. And calcium is a pretty good supplement to take, especially when you are getting older. I am 66, and so I guess that makes me a senior. I don't like that very much, but I guess I am a senior. A calcium supplement. Now, maybe you don't take a calcium by itself. Maybe you take it in conjunction. Maybe it's your multivitamin or something along those lines. But I take a calcium supplement. I'm no longer taking additional vitamin D. The medicine I was on, I no longer have to take anymore. So they took me off a lot of that stuff. But I will say that there's vitamin D. I take a multivitamin, and so there's vitamin D in there. And that is one thing that we check when I have my checkups and my blood work. It's like, what are my vitamin D levels? Because that can be important. And it turns out that vitamin D is important for that, but it's important for a lot of other things too. I think that's one of the reasons we're beginning to get back where people are saying, hey, we've had a generation, really 2 generations now, where we've told people stay out of the sun. Do not get in the sun. It is really bad for you. It causes skin cancer. It does all these kinds of things. And I am not going to dispute that there was a time that was probably true. We were getting way too much of that. I mean, it used to be a really big deal to try to get as dark as you could when you were out tanning. But now a significant portion of our population is vitamin D deficient. And there's new stuff coming out now about vitamin D's role in other things in terms of like fat loss, muscle growth, and mental things as well. So it has other things as well. Now, I didn't think I was going to be talking about vitamin D this morning, but I guess I am. One of the things, I had to take it was like a maximum dose of vitamin D when I was doing all this stuff during cancer. And I don't remember what it was. It was kind of like a little gel thing I had to take. As I recall, I took it once a week. And you can take too much vitamin D. That is true. So don't just think you can take as much as you possibly can, because beyond a certain point, it can have bad side effects. I started to say toxic, but I don't know that that's true in the true definition of the word toxic, but it can have negative things if you get too much. I'll leave that to somebody else to explain who understands that better. So, but you don't want to be too low either. And most of us have a deficiency in vitamin D. So anyway, for our bone health, for our teeth health, and that's one of the things, kind of going back to the bone and the teeth things, I was on that medicine, I don't know exactly, I think around 1.5 years. When you get off the medicine, it takes a long time before the effects of that, you still have all the side effects of that for me it was at least another year, maybe a year and a half. And, but I was only on that like 1.5 years or so. And my dentist could tell a big difference in my teeth during that period of time. So it is something that's important. If you start having problems with your bones and all of that stuff, that can be a big deal. It can be a bigger deal than it seems like it might be. So anyway, pay attention to your calcium. You may want to be taking a calcium supplement. especially if you are older. I don't know how to define older. I would say probably over 60, definitely, maybe even over 50, which I know 50 is not really old anymore, but it's not really young either. So you probably need to do that, and you probably also need to make sure you're getting a multivitamin, and that multivitamin has vitamin D in it. And that's all we'll talk about today. This finishes day 22. I did go back down that 2 pounds I gained yesterday. I lost it again today. I'm back at 205. Weight wise, I'm feeling pretty good where I am. I still need a little bit less, but I'm feeling good about that. The sugar, I'm not really craving sugar. I've been doing pretty well on food. Sometimes when I do sugar fast, and especially when I get rid of like the big sugar fast like I'm doing now, where there's no rice, no pasta, no potatoes, no any of those things, I'm leaving a few of them out. It feels like it's really hard to find stuff to eat, especially with all of my food allergies. And sometimes I'll sit there and I'm just like at my wit's end trying to figure out what I can eat. But I've had a day or two like that, but overall I've been doing pretty well. I haven't felt that way. So diet-wise, I'm feeling pretty good. Exercise-wise, I'm feeling pretty good. This is a tough week. I don't know, we're almost halfway through. We're far enough through that I'm starting to wonder what I'm going to do when we're done here. So anyway, if you found this helpful, or if you liked it, or if you know someone who might benefit from it, maybe you can share it, and maybe you can like my video, and maybe you even want to subscribe, follow along while we do this 50-day challenge related to fitness. If you're interested in this, we have another 50-day challenge that we just finished up a while ago, 50 Days of Trash. That's kind of a fun one that you might like. And when we're done with this, we're going to come up with another 50-day challenge to be determined. And we are at a little more than 12 minutes, so we're going to call it a day. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye.